What are my biggest inspirations? I would have to say my children. They are amazing, and they keep me motivated. They keep me inspired. They're very funny, so they keep me on my toes. And just watching them, like, they rooting for me so much, and they're always seeing everything that I'm doing, and they keep me going. They inspire me to keep going, and I can just they want to see me blow so bad. I see it in their eyes, and I was like, Mom, what you do today? And then I found out that they tell their teachers I'm a savage, which I was like, oh, okay, because one of the teachers told me, my son was like, my mom's a savage. People don't know she's a savage. I'm like, okay, so my son thinks I'm a savage. Okay. So I would have to say my kids, like, by far, it's my greatest inspiration, achievement. And yeah, they keep me going. I have 2 children, a boy and a girl, Heaven and Hendrik. And I have a dog too, so I have to add him. He's like my 5th, but he's the one that's alive right now. All right, so I would love to work with Samuel L. Jackson. I got a chance to meet him. I made him sit with me for an hour in his trailer when he was shooting Coach Carter. He was so sweet. My good friend Janetta Stowers, she hooked that up. She was doing his hair and makeup, and she knew how much I loved him. So she was like, come down, we're on set filming. You could come and meet him. I got a chance to meet him, talk to him, and just tell him I'm his biggest fan. And so I would love, love, love to work with Samuel L. Jackson. And secondly, Quentin Tarantino, because, he's the GOAT. He's Quentin Tarantino, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, so many other, incredible movies, Django. You name it. I just love Quentin Tarantino. So those are my 2 people that I would just absolutely love to work with. Wow. Okay, so I had went through a period when I gained a lot of weight, and I didn't like how I was looking, and I just wasn't feeling sexy. I wasn't feeling like myself, and so I got into keto, which is a diet. It's a high fat, low carbs, no sugar diet. And so I started losing the weight. And so I was like, oh, this is a lifestyle for me. I can handle this, because I could still drink. I like my vodka. So I could still have my vodka. I could still, eat meat, which I love meat too. So I was like, okay, I like this lifestyle. This works for me. It's helping me lose weight. It's also helping me to control my appetite and not, I used to overeat a lot. And so that's what inspired the Skinny Bish Keto brand. And so I was like, well, if I'm living this lifestyle, I see people are tuning in. I started posting my workouts. I started posting my meals and everything that I was eating to show them the weight loss process. And so I was like, people really love this. Let me, bring it to the people and share my recipes with what I'm using, to help me lose the weight. So that's what inspired Skinny Bish Keto. And for the cookbook, the greatest part about doing the cookbook was just me trying out the recipes and putting the recipes together and figuring out what will work for certain types of audiences, and so just having fun cooking. That was the best part of that. Oh, okay, so my favorite is the garlic Tuscan chicken. I love chicken, so I make that a lot. There's also a southern shakshuka, which is a Mediterranean dish, which I love to make, and it's also vegetarian. So for people who are vegetarians and say keto's not for vegetarians, that's a lie, because I have that in there too, southern shakshuka. Then I also substitute cauliflower for a lot of things. So I have this creamy cauliflower dish that I use. I use cauliflower for rice, for pasta, you name it. Like I make my shrimp fried rice. Instead of using rice, I use the cauliflower. I just chop it up and make it real fine. So I would have to say the chicken, the shakshuka, and the cauliflower dish is my favorites. I do spin 3 times a week. I also work out. I do yoga. I lift weights here and there. I'm trying to get into weights more so I can tone up more. But mainly I gotta spin, because spin makes me sweat. When I'm in spin, is a lot of inspiration comes, like, because shout out to Voltage Indoor Spinning in Chatsworth too, Marie, because she texts me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to make sure I bring my ass in there, because some days I'd be like, I ain't coming, and she's like, get your ass up. So I get there. The music is incredible. So I'm zoned out. It's like a club in there. She cut the lights down. She got the LED lights going, so I get to party while I'm working out. So I would have to say me spinning, and also doing at home exercises. I have a few exercise equipments I use. I also have a boxing gym in my garage, and so I box a little bit and lift a little bit of weights too. So Baltimore, by far, I love Baltimore. I love Detroit because these are real cities. Like when I leave LA and go to these cities and I can make these people laugh, because let me tell you, they are hard. Those two cities right there helped me grow literally in one weekend more than being out here for a year and a half doing the comedy clubs around here, because they're so real and they gonna let you know. So I would have to definitely say Baltimore and Detroit, because they helped me grow. They're scary, but you know, if I could perform in front of them and make them laugh, I'm like, okay, I'm on track. I wish somebody would boo me, because I'm coming for that ass. Because I'm great at comebacks. I'm great at, like, somebody tried me in the Bronx before. This man tried me, and when I went in on him, the whole crowd was like, what? Like, so, yeah, and I like when men try me, because they don't expect me to come back. So, yeah, so, you know, no, I've never been booed. And if I was to ever get booed, I'd be like, okay, cool, let me go back to the drawing board and work on some jokes. It's all good. But no, I can't say I've ever been booed. Never. Setbacks. I would have to say my divorce is probably a big setback. And, you know, because I went through a period of up and down emotions and, you know, feeling like, okay, am I worthy enough? Am I good enough? And it made me... It made me feel like, okay, because at the time my ex-husband was like blowing up big, you know, and so I kind of started noticing some people wasn't really messing with me like how they used to. So I was like, okay, so now I got to fight even harder. Some people feels like, you know, well, you have this name, it should be easier for you. Actually, no, it's not. I have to work 10 times harder, because number one, coming into this industry, a lot of people didn't know that this is what I did too. They just assumed I was just somebody's wife. And it's like, no, I've been training since this big. I've been doing the work. Classes, school, everything, you know, so trying to even fight to get people to understand, like, no, this was my dream too, you know, that would have to be the biggest setback. But it also helped me, because it's like, okay, if you really want this, Torrei, then you're going to do the work. You're going to get out there and do everything you got to do. You know, I would have to, you know, take time off. I took off 8 years to raise my kids for the first like 10 years of their life, because I didn't want to have two parents on the road and then my kids is being raised by a nanny. So I made sure that I put them first, and now that they're at ages where I feel like I'm able to do my thing, it's working really good. So I would have to say definitely my divorce is my biggest setback, but it also helped me learn so much and help so many women. I have so many women that reach out to me and ask me for advice and how to handle it. You know, I get stories where one lady, one time she was going to commit suicide because her husband left her for somebody she knew. And so I was like, honey, no, ain't no man worth you losing your life. Like, there's other men out there who's not going to treat you wrong, is going to respect you and uphold you and lift you up. So let's get out of that rut. And, you know, she did. I stay in touch with her to this day and just make sure she's good. So, yeah, there's definitely a good purpose behind it. I'm trying to think. I mean, I paid 15 grand for a vacation. So I put out a lot of money to book it and do all of that in one day. I mean, I put down money for cars and of course for my home and stuff like that. So, but leisurely, I would have to say for vacations, it would be about 15 grand for, you know, right there for getting a vacation in order. The most awkward, I don't really get that many awkward things like that. A lot of people be scared of me for some reason. I don't understand why. I'm like, I'm cool as hell. Like they have this thing that they think I'm like stuck up, or they think that, you know, no, you can't really talk to her like, and I'm like, no, I'm so cool, y'all have no idea. So I don't really get too many awkward fans. I mean, I would love something like that though, because I'm awkward. I'm very awkward. So I would like, you know, for y'all to be awkward with me too. Memorable moments on set. I would have to say I got to kill Benzino on set. I know, that's so bad. Shout out to Benzino in our movie Turnt. I was in a movie I executive produced, and also starring in me, Jamal Woolard, Benzino, a few other people. And, you know, I've always wanted to kill somebody. Sounds crazy, I know, but I got that moment to like go and shoot him, and then I had a badass saying afterwards. So that would probably be my most memorable moment. How do I prepare for roles? I just go over my lines. I do, you know, the character breakdown. You know, I put myself in a character situation, like, okay, how would this person act? What's the person's background? How did they grow up? How are their parents? You know, what do they like to eat? What motivates them? What are their daily habits? You know, like, I really submerge myself into it to turn into the character. And I definitely make sure that I'm always going over my lines, because that's the main thing, because the more I know what my lines, the more comfortable I am getting into the character. So definitely just doing the backstory of the character and making sure I know my lines, so that way I can like be free when I'm delivering them. So I'm a superhuman. I rarely get sick. I mean, I look at this like, okay, coronavirus, first of all, I have melanin, ain't nothing coming to me. I rebuke you, coronavirus. You stay over there with that shit. So I don't really take it too serious. You know, I think they're calling it a pandemic now, but you know, just, yeah, I'm not claiming that. Now, the more serious it gets, I'm probably gonna go stock up on some food or something and get some more water and stuff like that. But I don't understand, first of all, too, like, how does the coronavirus, what does toilet paper, why is people fighting over toilet paper? What does that have to do with the coronavirus? So, yeah, I'm not feeding into it. That's how I feel about corona. I feel like it's something to get us all off track of what's really happening right now. What I do on my days off, I play poker, I bowl, I spend time with my kids, I shop, and I just relax most of the time on my days off. I like to go out too and, you know, club every now and again, but for the most part, I just like to relax. What am I working on? So right now, I'm actually out promoting my Skinny Bitch Keto book, and my stand-up. I'm constantly in the clubs doing stand-up. So the two of those right now would just have to be my book and stand-up. Favorite foods? Dang. Crab. I like crabs. Favorite quote? Each morning we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. That is my favorite quote. I live by it, so I post that every day to inspire people. And that's how I live. I don't even look at the past like that. Today is the day to make some stuff happen. Favorite color is pink. Favorite album? Mary J. Blige, What's the 411? Favorite comedian? Bill Burr. Hobbies? Poker, roller skate, and that's kind of it for right now. What's up, y'all? This is your girl Torrei Hart, and I'm here doing my cover shoot for Untouchable Magazine. So I need y'all to get that cover, okay? Because it's really good. They asked me some amazing questions, and I gave them some amazing answers. And I need y'all to go check out Skinny Bitch Keto. Skinny Bitch Keto. Go to my website, torreihart.com, TORREIHART, to keep up with everything that I got going on. And stay tuned.